Good morning or evening, wherever you are. It's Lawrence here, Mosaic Workshops, and just another catch up now. Things have been pretty busy, and what I wanted to do was just go over one of the mosaics that I made a copy of and point out a mistake that I made and how you can avoid it too. Couple of bits of news. You'll have seen the links about the rules, the new rules card that I've got. That will be available for people in the group to download over the weekend. I've got a sort of make along thing for members of the British Association of Modern Mosaics about it on Monday. But we will, hi, Romy, but we will be going over a few things in the group over the weekend. So I will be on, I'll confirm it, but it should be about 5 o'clock on Saturday, 5 p.m. GMT on Saturday that I'll go on. Right. If you're in London, February the 19th, March 19th and April 23rd, I'm going to be running some one-day workshops, and these will be incorporating the new format that I've got for the rules. All the rules are exactly the same, but it's just the actual the way that they're presented that is slightly different. So let's go further ado onto, right, this was a mosaic that I wanted to copy and do a part of. I'm always looking for kits to mosaics to copy for the kits, because the ones that are specific learning process for them, and this was quite a good one. Thanks for turning up, Romy. It was all the way from Mexico. Now, this is a fairly simple one, not of a very high standard, but it is actually fairly well done in some respects. Now, just while we're here, while we've got this up, if you have a look at this, if there's anything that really stands out from you, obviously it's not the greatest artist in the mosaic artist in the world, the way the skeleton's been done. This is one of the type of the memento mori mosaics, where it's reminding the viewer that you have to have the good life while you can, because we will all die. So you've got this skeleton holding the two wine jugs there. This was from the, I believe it's from dining room of one of the Pompeii villas. But if you look at the, see if we can get that up close. The right, yeah. Look at the jugs here. If we're you see, they've really done quite well. Now, possible that one on our right, as we look at it, that might have been a bit of restoration. That looks a bit like it, but you can see on the left one, it's sort of taken a bit of care with those. Now look at the abdomen of the skeleton. Now you see the lines there. You see, if you think to the ones on Caracalla, Barca Caracalla, the black and white ones, the amount of where the lines are following musculature, that sort of thing. But obviously you've not got muscles on a skeleton. But look at how completely flat the abdomen is made. Look, obviously that could be intentional, but just look at what that does, even though, because it's not background lines there, but it's a very flat appearance to it. I just thought that's something that's worth sort of looking at. Always look for these small details there. But so what I was going to do was do a section, do the head of the skeleton, and check I'm on the right one. So let's just scroll down. Now, this is still the original. This was what I was working from. And you can see, going fairly rough, but not too bad. It's just basically, it's a skeleton. Notice how they have worked to get some curves in there as well. But what the problem was the the bottom of the face. Now, obviously, it's one of these things that as soon as you see it, it seems so incomprehensible that you actually ever made the mistake. But just look at it here. And this was the first copy that I did. Now, what do I always say? There are two questions you must ask yourself. Where's the line and what am I trying to show? Okay. More than one tesserae together, you've got a line. Where's my line? What am I trying to show? Now, what did I do here? If we look at the black area here, the black line, which has come round its face, you see it goes between those two sort of alternate black-white areas. Now, it seemed logical to me because the image that I was following, even though it was a high-res image, isn't that how there. And so I ended up doing this, which is wrong because it's the top and the lower jaw of the skeleton. So by putting that line through there, it splits up the face. So where's my line? What am I trying to show? This is why you've always got to have these these habits that you're always asking. And all I needed to do was just stop and have a look at that, ask those questions. And this is the second one I did. There you can see there that it's come down and it's taken it in. It's much better now that you can see that, but it's just something that was, you look at it now, let's go back up to the original and you can see it seems quite obvious when you look at it now. So what you can do though, if you're having difficulty viewing this, just squint your eyes, just to half close your eyes at it, and the jaw, the upper and lower jaw, it's an open mouth, becomes somewhat more apparent. But like I say, it's just asking those two questions. I keep hammering in that there are no advanced techniques. You've got to keep on repeating the basics, repeating to the standard that you're working at. Now, last thing to notice on here is this is, let's say, fairly sort of a rough basic example, but also you see, obviously you can see the borderline, the white line of white tesserae around the skull there, but look at the areas as are on our left, on the left of the screen. Well, it might be right when you look at it. But can you see, hopefully you can see my mouse here, and these, the white tesserae infill, it looks, you've got vertical lines, and you've got 3 going into 2, going into 1, going back out to 2. So it's these habits that they had where they kept doing it, that they kept doing these sorts of things without having to think about it, even when you have a mosaic like this, which is not, it's not what you'd say is a really high standard anyway, yet they were still pretty conscious about using these rules. Okay, I'm going to put a couple of links in a bit later. There is another one. Let's get back to here. There is another link. So we're saying about the resizing the patterns. Now, there is an article that I did on Medium from a while ago about this, about resizing the dancer mosaic. I'll put the link in there, but what I might do is go over that as well at some point in there. Okay, well, thanks very much for your time. I hope you've managed to get something from this. And hi, I can't see the name, someone else saying hello there. And so I'll confirm it, but we're looking about 5 p.m. GMT on Saturday. If you're around, replays, it'll be staying up there. So no problem if you can't make it. Thanks again for your time. Oh.